Thank you, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Good morning and welcome to the 2018 Million Dollar Group System Success Mastermind Weekend. Wow. So I figured out this is the fourth annual Success Mastermind Weekend. We started doing it 2015, 16, 17, and 18. We're in a new location here at Lincoln Harbor. But before that, there were only two other events. One was in May of 2011, and that was the creation of this core Million Dollar Groups program. And then I waited 3 years to do the next one because this is a beast to do. There's a lot that goes into doing this. It's a lot harder than planning even a group cruise. And that was in 2011. I waited till 2014, and we did something called the Next Level Workshop in Las Vegas, which was a lot of fun. So how many of you were with me in Las Vegas in 2014? And hands are up. Wow. Lynn and Pat, Monique and Stephen and Sally and Sam and Eva go all the way back with me to Las Vegas. How many of you were sitting in a room like this in New York City in May of 2011 for the very first training program? One person right there. Pat Hand. Give her a big round of applause. Let's go into session number one, the welcome orientation, the 60-second intros. I'm going to ask you to bear with me for those of you that have seen or heard this before, because we have half a room of new members. I'm going to go through this pretty fast. And so, guys, get ready to take notes. And you'll have many, many ideas this weekend. In 2007, I had this idea to brand myself as an expert. So I created a CD in a DVD case at Kunaki.com, KUNAKI.com. They're still around. It still works. $1.75 each for a beautiful published disc, and with the cover and the cover wrap and all of that. And I sold it to $97 to business leaders just to qualify them to do business with me, meaning they paid me to learn about how to put a group together. This is long before I started writing the books or anything. So they paid me to qualify themselves to be a group leader. And I only sold about 100 of them, and it only produced one new group. But selling the 100 of these Kunaki discs that I just made at home with that horrible artwork that you see on the screen from Microsoft Paint. Let me go back. So I had a new group. I did a 5-figure payday with that group, but notice on the 100 discs that I sold, I also, what's 100 times $97? $9,700, right? So I was paid $10,000 before I even got the first group, just by selling the information on how to do a group, not to travel agents, but to potential group leaders. And so I started thinking, wow, this is good. And so I created the Million Dollar Group System based upon my own real-life accomplishments in this business, where I've created that level of group business and a higher level of group profits. Because you guys know that if you sell $1 million, what do you keep from that? Let's say not even 100 grand after your expenses, maybe a lot less. So everyone thinks it's great to be $1 million agent, but not if you're working on 10% or 8% or 12% or even 15%. So quickie quiz, what's the magic number? How much profit, not commissions, profit do we want to keep for ourselves from every dollar of business that we write in the travel world? What's the number? 25% is correct. 25%. Not 20, not 15, not 10. And there, look, there's an arrow. There's the person who's been with us the longest. There's Pat in May of 2011 at the Skyline Hotel in New York City. And I seem to remember, Pat, you sitting in just about the same seat. I think you were in this. I don't know, one of these seats right here. Fantastic, fantastic. So, as you guys know, along the way, I wrote a book for travel agents called Think Groups and Grow Rich that told about all my trials and tribulations. Don't forget, when I got started in this, there was no one teaching a $1 million group system. There was no Captain Lou, so I had to kind of fumble along and figure all this out on my own. And that's why it's taken me 20 years to become an overnight success. But for you guys, hopefully the learning curve has been shortened. And I started doing presentations to groups. If you're going to lead groups, you need to make them comfortable. You need to be a leader, and you need to be comfortable presenting in front of groups live like this. And you need to be comfortable presenting to groups on webinars, like you've heard me do many, many times. And you need to be comfortable with the word selling. Selling. It's okay. People hate to be sold to, actually, but they love to buy. And I don't have any problem selling things that will enrich and enhance your life, like the travel groups that we do. I encouraged people to have fun. It led to new group sales, as witnessed by many of you. There's Sam and Eva that attended some of my speeches. That was probably out in Florida, right? One of those Florida events. The idea is to underpromise and overdeliver value and fun. Carnival kind of has a lock on the fun thing, right? Wait till you see their new ship, the Horizon. That's not even recognizable compared to the old ships. But it's not about lowest price. It's about value. It's about fun. It's about the way you make people feel. And they keep coming back and back and back and back, like you guys have come back to me, and like my clients keep coming back on these groups and referring new people. Year after year, the groups get bigger and bigger. It doesn't all happen at once, but it does happen. And all you need are a few good repeat groups. There's my martial arts group that morphed into a business mastermind group from the same group leader, which was kind of crazy because they loved what we did. This is a group I did 5 years in a row that made a lot of money for the group leader as well as for me. And again, we'll review how you can help your group leaders make a lot of money. So when they ask, how much is this going to cost me? You say to them, oh, you mean how much is it going to make you? So when they say, how much is it going to cost me? You say, you mean how much is it going to make you if I decide to work with you? Think about the positioning that I just did right there. From a position of strength and confidence, I can't stress that enough, how important it is. Have your arsenal of video testimonials. I have over 100 videos from clients and, more importantly, group leaders. And if you can't get their videos, get them on audio. Get them on audio if they're camera shy. Get a recording and put it on the web. You can do audio testimonials, which we no longer call testimonials. We call them reviews, because a review sounds a lot nicer than a testimonial. And people are eager to give you their reviews. But you can do that with SoundCloud. SoundCloud is the website that you can record little audio clips and put them up on your page of all the people that love what you do, your guests and your group leaders. And my first line of defense are videos. So not only do I want my group leaders to give me raving reviews, of course, on the trips.
I'm from San Jose, California, and I'm here on the first annual Legacy Cruise. I was hoping to just network a little bit more, and in Adam's book, he talks about the legacy effect and leaving memories with your family, so that's what I'm here for. I brought the family, and have managed to have some great networking, some great events here on the ship, and a blast, and hope to be back next year.
Hi, I'm Forrest May from Yuma, Arizona. I enjoy Legacy Cruises because
So,
they're fun.
Right, that's where I got the idea to write my next book, which was Just Add Friends. How many of you have read my second book that's for group leaders, not for travel agents? How many? Show of hands. Just Add Friends, How to Travel the World for Free, Have Fun, Make Money, Change Lives. But what would be even crazier than attempting to write a whole new 150-page book while tending to my busy groups business? And that's when I turned my second book for group leaders into your book. And we made a whole bunch of these books. And really, the book is nothing more than your business card. So I see here that we have, there's Sam and Eva. Sam and Eva's hosting group events in Paradise. Galen, you'll meet later this afternoon. So we did that. That was a lot of fun. It's really just my book with your agency information and your chapter 1 in the book, and then the other 11 chapters I wrote, and I just licensed the copy to you so you don't have to write a 12-chapter book. And then you go out and you can hand out your book as the group expert. Oh, this was fun. This was last year's group Mastermind graduating class. We see some familiar faces back here. Linda Toth, where are you, Linda? There you are.
You're changing people's life, and you're making them better. And I know lots of people saying thank you to you, and I wanted to say thank you, huge thank you from me, because you did change me in the other way. So, and I see that how much I'm improved for the last 2 years that I know you.
In what ways?
In different ways, in ways of looking into the travel business, in ways of looking to a lot of stuff. And for new people who are here now and they may be overwhelmed with 3 days workshop, I know it's hard, but then next year and during all this year you will be trying and implementing the things. And don't forget those tutorials which is online. They are very, very helpful, and you just keep listening and keep going for each lesson because it will make you better. And then when you have a first or second or third group before we meet in 1 year, you will see that you are changed and you are getting better in what you do. And basically this time it's got much easier for me, not just because I see some faces and I know some people from the conference and from last year. It's definitely an improvement, and you look at the information, like Sally said, it's all the time, it's kind of the same, but it's an addition, and we're moving, we're not standing in one place because the technology is moving, and it's fascinating the way
Irina,
it is.
give me a top takeaway and maybe a top connection that you made this weekend.
Top connection. I don't know. I think that the best thing that it's the V card. It's amazing. It's just amazing. The technology right now, you just stop. The last time you just set up your website, now it's already a past. So now you have to keep moving with new technology. And I definitely will be looking for new group leaders, a better group leader. So, and I will be starting my chapter for the book, and I definitely wanted to finish by the November because I have a November cruise. So I want to come to my cruise with my book. So that's my
That's a good, there's nothing more powerful than a deadline and a timeline, so that's a great goal.
Yes, and I got some tips into the promoting my cruise, so I'm gonna try implementing lots of stuff that we talked over the last weekend.
Thank you. Thank you. We can give you a round of applause. I mean, this is real life. Real people in a real group setting with real experiences and stories you'll be telling, right? When you get home to the people that should have come with you. And all of those, if you're watching this back because you've purchased the recordings, but you didn't make it here live, I'm not giving you those recordings. You're going to buy it because you should have made it here live. People have invested their time. I'm talking to that camera. People have invested their time and tons of money on airfare, hotel, meals, other expenses, time out of their agency's schedule to be here with us, contribute, and play full out. And unless you're in the hospital or died, you should have been here with us. And next year, members in good standing, I expect you, watching back on video, to be here with us. You can enjoy this back on the comfort of your TV or computer, but you can never replicate the experience of this real live group mastermind. I want to thank all of you guys for coming here, playing full out, putting up with this crazy Captain Lou and the captain's hat and my flashy jackets and my rants and each other's rants. It's all good. Folks, thanks so much. Love each and every one of you. Smooth sailing to greater profits with groups. And give yourselves a big round of applause.